get up, get down, get up, get down, the bass and sound. Get up, get down, the bass and sound.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review on these products right here. So I love the smell of cherry and I love a matte setting spray. So I picked up the Pacifica cherry matte setting spray, and they also had this palette right here, which a few of my favorite YouTubers absolutely love. So kind of determined for me, like that's the reason why I kind of sort of got it. But also because these bronzing shades right here are totally the shades that I would go for when I contour. And the blush looks gorgeous, and I've heard that the highlight is gorgeous as well. So I'm totally going to be using this, and then also I'm going to be testing out the new Pacifica A Light Clean Foundation, and I've heard a lot of really good things about this as well. So if you guys want to see how it wears throughout the day, how I like it, and all that, then just keep watching. Okay, so I just primed my face with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I'm still testing this out. If you guys have not seen my first impression review on it, I will link that above for y'all. But it does have a bit of a tackiness to it. That way the foundation can really stick onto it or whatnot. So anyway, we're going to go in with this foundation like I mentioned. This is supposed to be oil-free, anti-shine, in a satin finish, and it's 100% vegan and cruelty-free. Now this foundation is actually pretty pricey. This might be one of my most priciest foundations that I own at the moment. But I just absolutely love the bottle. I think it's really pretty. And yeah, so the left side of my face, I'm going to use a foundation brush. I'm going to use the Morphe M6 brush, and then a beauty blender on my right side of my face. So I'm just going to pump this out on the back of my hand. And that is what the consistency looks like. Huge mess. Just going to put it all over my face. And as you saw previously, I do have a good amount of redness on my cheeks. Pumped it a little too much out. Okay, going in with the brush side. I can tell you right now, I've never been really too much of a fan of using foundation brushes. I just love the way that sponges look. I love the way that sponges make your foundation look. And I feel like it blends it out better. I may possibly have put a little too much on. Okay, I for sure feel like I added a little too much. So I'm going to go in with a makeup wipe and just kind of wipe this off and then restart. There have been plenty of times where I've done a foundation review and I feel like I added too much foundation and it kind of affected the way that I like the foundation. Okay, we're going to try this again. Put a lot less. Kind of just stippling it onto my face so I don't really wipe away much of the product. So as you can already see, it seems to have pretty good coverage. Just picked at my face, so now it's leaving a little bit. done a really good job at covering my redness, because you can see how red I am right there. Not sure if y'all could see or not, but when you brush it with a brush, it wipes away some of the product. So stippling it on and kind of pressing it into the skin like I'm doing, I feel is like the best way. So let's do this side with the sponge. Again, I'm just kind of pouncing it on instead of just rubbing it. I don't feel like with the sponge side I'm getting as much coverage, but I do like how it's looking. I feel like it's blending into the skin a little more, so I'm definitely going to go in with this side because we need to make sure both sides are the same amount of coverage. So one thing I am noticing with the sponge being wet, if you at all, instead of pouncing it into the skin, if you at all rub it, it's going to take away the foundation. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera around, give y'all an up close. I think that I prefer, I don't know, first impression already of looking at this foundation, I'm not quite sure it's one where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going crazy about, just because I feel like I'm putting so much work into having to really blend it out and make sure I don't have patchiness, and that's usually not the case with my other foundations, but this is why I do reviews and stuff on it. So yeah, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so without any other product, this is what my skin's looking like. I did not put a pore filler on or anything, so this is what it's looking like on the brush side, and then this is the side that I used the makeup sponge beauty blender. So okay, so I'm done putting my powder on and concealer and all that, and this is what my face is looking like. I am noticing some redness coming through. Yeah, I just feel like it is a foundation that you really have to work with. I'm really just not seeming to be, I'm going to put some more powder on to cover that up. I don't know. It looks really pretty, but I just, like I said, I don't know. So we're just gonna do, yeah, we'll just wear it. I'm just gonna wear it throughout the day, and we'll see how I end up liking it. Sometimes that's how it is with foundations. You can put a foundation on, not like it, and then you can wear it and then end up liking it even a lot more. So yeah. All right, gonna go in with this right here. This is the Pacifica Cherry Cheek Powders, and this one is, doesn't really say. I know they have a few. So they have a few options of these. I think there is one that is a bit darker than this. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here. And I just totally got that all over my shirt. But I'm going to contour with this. Coming off really pink. I don't know really why. I thought this would be online. The picture shows that it looks like it would be more of a contour color, but it's for sure looking a little bit more like blush. So I'm going to go ahead, just put some on this side, and then I'm going to go in with a different bronzer because I really don't want to look pink like this. Darn, I was so excited about that. Today is just not my day, I guess. I'll be right back. I gotta get some bronzer. So I'm not gonna add any of that blush just because I feel like my face looks super pink already, but let's try out the highlight in this palette. So it's the Queen of Noise, this one right here. Not sure if it's even really a highlight or not, because okay. You can see that. It's more of a very subtle, just using my fingers, putting it on. So that's pretty. It is a very natural, everyday looking highlight. Just a little highlight. Just a little highlight. Just a little shine on the top of the cheek. So I really do like this for like blush wise. Maybe sorta, I don't know, these aren't really my cups of tea, I feel like, for blush, so that kind of stinks. But let's try out this. Maybe this will be one that I actually really like. So this is why I try out new products, y'all, because you never know what you're going to like. So this is 100% vegan, cruelty-free, don't have a makeup meltdown. We have your back. Hold 8 to 10 inches away from face, and spray in downward motion 3 times to cover face. Okay. And I'm curious on how this smells. I always spray it previous. Okay. That was 4, because I kind of missed it. I don't smell. I'm going to spray it on the back of my hand. I kind of sort of smell cherry. It's not like too intense of a cherry smell, but I really like, I don't know if y'all can see this, but look how awesome that the mister is. And I really like how this kind of just, I don't know if y'all can tell really much of a difference. I feel like it really just, if your face is looking kind of powdery, use a setting spray, and it usually just helps your makeup just like melt into the skin. So far, enjoying this one. I'm curious if it's going to help me stay matte or not. So yeah, I'm going to continue to wear this throughout the day. Right now it is just about 12 p.m. So we'll say that I've had it on my face for about half an hour. So we'll say check-in time is about 11:30 a.m. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a few hours. I'm giving you an update on how my face is looking. So far, this is what it's looking like. It's not looking too bad. Alright, guys, so I'm doing a check-in. Obviously, I didn't come on here within a few hours just because I got super busy. I was filming the makeup swap that I did with my friend Hannah. If you guys haven't seen that, I will link it above for you guys so you can check it out. But here is what the foundation's looking like. I'm doing a check-in. The check-in time right now is almost 7 o'clock. So it's been just about on my face for about 8 hours now. And sorry, I'm trying to get you guys really focused on it. This is what it's looking like. I hate it. This is probably one of the worst foundations I've ever tried. I was having Hannah look at it too, and she was just looking at my face, seeing how like cakey it looked, and then anytime you touch it, it does come off. That's why it's super shocking to me that it said that it's oil free, because usually an oily foundation, this is what it does. It's just transferring. It is like really bad transferring. This totally reminds me of the Tarte, the hydrating shape tape foundation they had one time, and I tested it out. This is like exactly it. And yeah, just not a fan of it. I think that blush and stuff looks pretty, but again, it's not something that I'm like, oh, crazy about. but I love that setting spray. I really do felt like it did kind of sort of like keep me matte. I just think it's because the foundation looks absolutely terrible and I don't like it. So I did try out this foundation because I saw so many other YouTubers absolutely loving it. So I'm like, of course, had to cave, had to try it out, and I hate it. So everyone's skin tone is different. Everyone's skin is different. So if you try this out, you might possibly like it. But if you have combination skin like me, you won't like it. And I did mention, well, you might like it, because like I said, everyone's skin is different, even if mine's combination and yours is combination. But I'm also wearing the Milk Hydro primer like I showed you guys, and I am really not a fan of it, guys. It just makes your face feel so tacky and sticky. So that kind of stinks. But anyway, yeah, that's why I test out products. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure you hit that bell notification button so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming ones. Subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Toodaloo.